Quite an intro. My God, thanks. I heard it was the longest intro of today, so I'm super humbled. Thanks. If I can be here in the sun, now it's really good, right? 5 months pregnant with my jacket because fashion is still in the game. I think you can also sit in the middle, look at the slides because I prepared some really nice slides. For sure, in the beginning, it's promised to be funny. I don't want to overpromise things, but I think you will be able to follow better if you see the slides. Big thanks already for being here. My God, people are moving. Thanks. Big thanks for being here. I think you're all die hard. I told them already, you're all die hard for being here sitting in the sun, but it makes me die hard as well, I guess. My name is Dorien Van Steenberge, head of collective at Wintercircus, the thriving community of tech entrepreneurs, founders, creatives, all things enthusiastic about technology in Ghent. And before we dive in, I first want to get to know you before you start to get to know me. Is there anyone who doesn't know yet about Wintercircus, who hasn't heard? You can tell me honestly as well. Huh? Voila, yeah, that's the reason. It gives me quite some context also to set the scene. All right, and who has been already in Wintercircus? Physically, nice. My second guess would be Barbassi or the club or somewhere nice. And is there any family, campus, collective, shareholders? Woo! Yeah, it's a rhetorical question. All right, I got to know you. Now you get to know me. If these work, of course. Who the hell is this besides the great intro that I got standing here on stage? And how the hell did I end up 2 years ago? 2 years ago already at Wintercircus. This is me. I promised you some nice slides, right? This is me. I think I'm 3 years old, 2 years old, and 7 years old. And I've always been left and right. I've always been both. I've been the good girl, the good grades, the strever, like we say it, but I'm also the thrill seeker. I love adrenaline. I love challenges. For example, this one, call me crazy, but last year, December, I walked 85 kilometers trail, ultra hike during the night in December. So this is one of the challenges. Another challenge that I do is biking. This is the Maratona. It's a lottery cycling game in Italy. One of the hardest things I've done, actually. But it's a way of living. I love everything ultra. I love everything extreme. And this is a great book, by the way, if you're also interested in having that mindset. I think it helps me really well in life to master the ultra mindset. Like David Goggins says, when you think you're almost there in terms of capacity, you had it, you're only at 40%. So also in this sunny environment, we're only at 40% people. Great book tip, by the way, great reading. I studied in Ghent University. I launched my career at Accenture. It was not really Tiger Woods that convinced me, but rather the high performance delivered. I was looking for excellence, performance, and that's what I found at Accenture. Who says you can be big and nimble? Yes, I worked for 7 years with big corporates who wanted to be lean, agile, and nimble. They thought so. They wanted so. It was a fun time, very fun time. This one, consulting humor, I love it. When you ask me what is Accenture about, and 7 years ago, 5 years ago, we were trained in saying we can do everything. We can do your strategy stuff, we can do your consulting stuff, we can do your implementation stuff. So what the hell are we still? I love this picture. For me, what was my time at Accenture? Software development, really inside the delivery, inside the implementations. And I spent half my working life, half my career in Brussels, but also in Hyderabad. So this is the view behind my, it's actually outside my hotel room. Looking at Accenture, I've always said they want to brainwash me. Whenever I wake up, I see the office, I go to sleep, I see the office. This is me 10 years ago. Hardly to recognize, I think. You see, I had plenty of work, only little of sun back in those days. I was very pale, only working. All right. Then, after 7 years, this book is not a coincidence. Think like a monk, think as a monarch by Jay Shetty. I was wondering, doing some retrospection, and I was thinking, I quit. This is my end of my corporate career. I wouldn't have done it in any other way, by the way. I learned so many things. I love my days, my time in India. But it was too slow for me. Remember the picture with the elephant? It was really like I was pulling at something and I wanted to go forward and I wanted to lead. And there was a structure around me that didn't allow that. So I said, Tjaukes, bijkes. Everyone who is quickly quitting their job is inside that box. It's funny. There I started at B-Mobile. Hello, Scale Up Live, B-Mobile, Mobility Tech Scale Up in Ghent, in Melle, where I was head of projects and operations for 1 year and a half, almost 2 years. This is a picture of my first day where I was dressed in my emoji, as you can see, with my orange jacket. And after 1 year and a half, 2 years, another reading tip, by the way, I got to know I'm not the corporate type. I'm also not the scale-up type. I'm really a builder. I'm really the 0 to 1. How did I manage so long at Accenture? It was because I was building. I was building some things from 0 to 1. And what better to build than Wintercircus in Ghent? Maybe not this literally, building it from the ground up, but I think these are some amazing pictures. Wintercircus in Ghent, it's a local historical landmark in the city center of Ghent, where it all started with the circus era. So it goes back until the late 1800s, early 1900s, circus era, where people came to watch things they never saw before and saw some magic. Still the case today, by the way. Then afterwards, after the circus era, there was the garage era. Ghislain Marie, there, he hosted the garage there, an auto garage. Actually, one of the most important and most modern ones in Flanders and in Belgium. Afterwards, he lost his license to operate because he was that much of an entrepreneur. Again, that entrepreneurial spirit is still there. That the building was empty, no longer open for public, but it was open for his private collection. 250 old-timers that he collected. Back in the days, already one of the top collections of the world. Now it ranges up to 1,000 cars, by the way. So it makes it in the top 3 internationally of car collections. Until September, look back between the end of Ghislain Marie, his car era, and the opening of Wintercircus in September 10 months ago. There was 25 years of emptiness, abandonment, simply nothing there, and 8 years of renovation. And then we opened it up for something big in the tech scene. What is it today? Today it's a tech ecosystem, it's a tech hub, founded by 40 founders. Yeah, I know that I called you in the middle of the setting now, and now it started to rain. I think it's karma. Or it's for my jacket that I can wear. 40 founders privately own Wintercircus. So to give you an idea, Wintercircus is for 90% privately backed. 90% privately backed with a philanthropic setup. So they don't expect any financial return soon. It's a super rare philanthropic setup supported by the city of Ghent, supported by local institutions. Don't worry, the funny stuff, the funny slides are already behind us, so that's okay. You're allowed to seek shelter, actually. So 90% privately owned by founders that want to give back to the ecosystem. So there our balance or tightrope between privately owned and a commercial business and the purpose that we have, it already starts here. Today, Ghent is listed as number 19 in the World Tech Global Ecosystem Index by Dealroom. What started for us as a vision, a promise, we want to make Ghent the tech hub, the tech capital of Europe. Now Continue? My God. It's okay, it's okay. All right. So what started as a promise, as a vision, is actually it's becoming clear in the numbers. Only 1 month ago, I think, 2 months ago. There goes my screen. This was shared by Dealroom, where Ghent is listed as number 19th densest tech ecosystems, most thriving, promising ecosystems in the world. So you can see there's the Bay Area, of course, there's Boston, there's Amsterdam, there's Paris, And there's Tel Aviv. When you go down, 19th, there are we, 19th Ghent. And it's only getting started. Why are we there? So I told you how we got there, what's the history behind it. Why are we there? We really defined meticulously our purpose. We are there to pay it forward. It's okay, it's fine. I won't melt. No, it's okay. We are there to pay it forward. We believe in planting trees without us ever sitting beneath them, perhaps. We believe in the long term. We think in decades, not in quarters. That's also a big difference between a usual commercial business and, of course, the business that we are in. And yes, we say it out loud. The third one is make Europe great again. Yesterday at the Impact Circle, we saw some figures of our purchasing power of Europe decreasing and going backwards. It was actually scary. So whenever we put this on a slide, make Europe great again, it sounds a bit silly, but actually when I see these figures of yesterday, we should have these initiatives. Our purpose to our mission. It's our mission to have Wintercircus as a hub, transformed for creatives, entrepreneurs, tech-minded people, etc. From our purpose to our mission to what we really are, we are more than only a startup campus. We are a startup campus, we are a collective, a members community, we have a private events hire, we are a public area. So we have multiple aspects. When you compare, for example, to Station F in Paris, which is only a startup campus, we have multiple businesses there. And it's all working around 4 circles. We have our founders, which is a key network in Belgium. We have our campus, out of which we have a few here. We have our collective, which is a members club. And we have the broader public. We really want to bridge the gap between society and tech. I wanted to show you this because a lot of people already heard about Wintercircus in the beginning, and people tell us the buzz that you made, the brand that you're building, wow, it's amazing, how are you doing this? It's not a coincidence. It was really intentionally designed. It's also the same intention as I'm wearing this jacket. It's a very Tomorrowland jacket, of course, today. Nothing without intention. You can have luck, you have buzz, you have momentum, but there is an intentional design behind it. And that's the reason why I wanted to share this with you. And I want to actually go a level deeper as well. Collective is our members club, our community of tech entrepreneurs in Belgium. And also for this business unit in Wintercircus, we defined meticulously the purpose, the mission, and the vision, and everything around it. Oh, I was going too fast. The purpose for us is to be at the intersection of collaboration, impact, and purpose. That's really what the collective is about. Our vision is to redefine what's possible. We are redefining what it means to host and to have a community. We are the house of houses within Ghent, and whenever we want our community or our entrepreneurs to redefine what's possible, then we do it ourselves as well. Our mission, I said it earlier, it's really to build the house of all houses. We had to ask ourselves, okay, now Wintercircus is there, we have all this. I hope this is all on camera. We had to identify us and position us against the VOCA's of this world, against the IMEC iStarts, against the started KBC's, against other communities. Where are we with this? Then we said, okay, we are a house. We are a house for all of them. And we are welcoming all those people. So that's really a bold statement. But the choice from the beginning to not go into competition with each of one of those initiatives, but rather welcome them into our house. This slide, I will explain it to all of you, is 3 axes. So Louis Jonkere, our CEO, he said to me, Dorien, you have to think about the differentiators where we are different, better, other than most others. 2 axes I couldn't choose, of course. I choose 3. So we have building. We are the founders, we are the entrepreneurs. We know how to build from scratch, from 0 to 1. Whenever you need something built, you can come to us. On the other hand, you have together. It's the network. The network around us is super strong. I don't think we have to be humble about it. In the middle is the future. So it's really for the long term. If I would have to choose 2 of them, It's building together, but the long term is so important that I made 3 of them. Building the future together. It's 3 axes on which we can position ourselves against other initiatives, etc., and how people know why we are here and what we are best in. Why am I saying this? Because this stage, this team now is on impact entrepreneurship. It's on running a business with a purpose. But let me pause over there. It's like running a business. Running a business is very intentionally. And I wanted to show you that we thought really crucially from the beginning about what's our purpose, what's our vision, what's our positioning, who are our competitors, are they in Europe, are they in the world? And then we rolled out our branding, our product strategy, our offerings and our pricing. So that's super key. How we position Wintercircus in general, it's between society and technology, right in the middle. And both certain quotes and certain visual representations really help you whenever you're in doubt. Whenever we started in September, the race was on. So we started in September, and the race was on until December. There's no time to think about your strategy. So you have to have something, some backbone to lean back to. And that's really what was helping us and what's really important. It's something that we reviewed in December and it we're currently again reviewing now. I've also put another slide, and another initiative that we have is we have founded a fund, Wintercircus Fund, to really include all people who else would not be included. And that's really super purposely driven from that strategy and that DNA that you set up these programs. These are the die-hard ones. Yay! Woo! I told you how we got formed, why, what's the strategy behind it. Now, we opened in September, 10 months of business, and we had 8 business units running in parallel. We had a campus with 250 people as residents, 40 campus residents, startups, companies I mean. We have a collective member club, a community of now almost 1,300 members, by the way. We have a private events venue at Wintercircus. We have, what do we have? A cultural house. We have the fund. We have our own bar. So whenever people come with us at Barbougie, at the arena, that's run by ourselves, by the way. That's our team that's running that bar. We have the Wintercircus Academy together with Vlerik, and we have the tours. I don't have to tell you, it's 8 different businesses, 8 different ops, legal, finance, one use of one building, one team, different profiles. It can be a mess, and sometimes it was a mess. I can tell you, building Wintercircus and managing Wintercircus, it was being uncomfortable with being comfortable, with the uncomfortable. Being comfortable in the chaos. We had to let it go. We launched in September, and the first outlook was December. Then we could take a break. And then again, January to June. It was really complex, but we did it. Next slide is how we scaled it. So imagine still those 8 silos, those 8 business units. And we scaled them from 0 to 5 million revenue in 10 months. So that's 0 to 5 million in 10 months. That's a team of 0 to 25 in 10 months. I started 2 years ago with a team of 4 at Wintercircus, actually. We have 1,200 members, almost 1,300. We have 40 startups. We have 10,000 tickets sold for public activities with us. We have over 500 events hosted at Wintercircus, out of which 100, 120 we have hosted and curated ourselves. So whenever I'm not here at Love Tomorrow in the rain, with my lovely audience here, I'm at Wintercircus hosting those 100, 120 events. It's a question, it was a story of scale, of hyperscale, and that's the reason why I want to explain this. It was very intentionally what type of business we wanted to run, with a strategy and a purpose and a how and a why behind it. And it was very much needed to cover with the complexity and the scale, the hyperscale that we witnessed. Another thing, As you can see now, this is not the usual Wintercircus story that I'm bringing, what we want to be, for we want to be there, what type of startups that we are approaching. No, this is really internal kitchen. You get to know me as the cook now. This is internal kitchen. I've shown you our strategy, how we approach things. I'm now showing you our challenges. Our challenges are twofold. First of all, there are Wintercircus internal challenges, which is profitability. First of all, it's been tough. I don't have to tell you, a lot of people here are in business, I don't have to tell you that 0 to 5 million revenue in 10 months, that it's all profitable. That's not the case. We are only in 10 months EBITDA positive because of the way we are working and because of the team that's behind it, but we are not yet in a profitable state. Cash flow-wise, it's also a difficulty. So month by month, so while hosting the purpose-driven business that we have, all hosting those events, we have to aim for profitability. We have to aim for a financial buffer, and we have to answer to the capacity that's now in demand because we are having that's actually a good problem to have. There's more capacity that's demanded than that we have, so we need to look for expansion. That's internal challenge that we're having. On the other side, on the flip side, there's the challenges that our ecosystem is having. So our Ghent ecosystem and our tech ecosystem in Flanders is looking for talent, infrastructure, and funding besides the first funding that they receive. We lack the multi-million and the billion VC, actually, and the big tickets for certain companies to grow bigger. So that's, on the other hand, the challenges of our ecosystem. And for us, it's an ever balance, it's a dance between our own business and actually the impact that we are making in our ecosystem. This was a nice slide. It's a bit cringe. It's a heart on the one side and it's money on the other side, on a balance. And it's really balancing both of them, but one not without the other. Someone asked me, okay, you're in here and this needs to be financially healthy, the initiative that you're having. Is this well okay? Is this well correct? And my answer is, as long as we are fulfilling a purpose and running the business to make it sustainable and have that purpose still in 5, 10, 70 years, then it's okay to run it like this. My key success factors of Wintercircus that I wanted to give to you today is, first of all, product. We are obsessed with our product. We aim for excellence. One of our values is raise the bar. Second, the brand. Our brand director is just joining here in the audience. The creative strategy and the brand strategy behind Wintercircus, it's one-on-one aligned with the excellence in product that we are envisioning. 3, you cannot do those things without a great team. If you're in a traditional commercial business or in an impact business, I'm always convinced A players hire A players, always. The team around Wintercircus is a team that made this possible in only 10 months. The culture, like Ingrid said earlier, and also Mara talked about culture, it's how we as a team radiate into our offering, into the space. Someone visited us earlier this week and she said, your energy of the team is something that I want to take part of. And it's something that you're selling. The question earlier was, is it all fluff culture? No, it's something that you sell. You sell it to your clients, you sell it to your employees, and you sell it, in our case, to everyone who is entering the business. It's all about energy. And the last one, it's a boring one, it's not the most sexy one, it's systems and processes. In 10 months, we scaled, and now for us, it's the time to redefine the systems and the processes behind Wintercircus. 4 lessons. Scaling an impact business in a time where the world changes, but these things don't change. And I will read it for you because the text is actually too good. It's growth with purpose, impact entrepreneurship. In that case, it's not growth just as fast as possible. It's growing what matters. The second one is your users are your multipliers. So it's not only the logos that scale you. It's great to have Deliverect in our community, and it's great to have a team leader. But as long as the team of Ingrid and Deliverect and team leader are not happy and you're not changing their lives, then our product is not succeeding. Then we don't have a successful product. And I think that's more the case in impact entrepreneurship and impact business than a commercial business, where you have a SaaS business, for example. Third one, process over hype. It's important to hustle. You need a hustle culture at your company. You need the hustlers, but hustle doesn't scale. Charisma doesn't scale. You need systems and processes to make it endurable and to scale at this pace. And the fourth one is something that we're proud of, and that is ecosystems beat egos. It's something that we do together. The choice that we're making to not put up a VC fund, for example, where we're getting the question very oftenly, is because we want to remain that neutral house of doing all things together. I can promise you there was no single founder, product, or anything with a big impact that did it alone. Commercially, maybe, but with a big, long-term, lasting impact, it wasn't. And then I had one more quote of Jacco van der Kooi that compared us with it's a never die, never cannot do, bring people to the moon, Apollo 11 mentality that I only felt in Silicon Valley until here at Wintercircus. And to take you back to the beginning, the intention was there, the design was there, the purpose was there, our strategy, everything was aligned. And I think you're doing something good if someone else uses these words and defines your company or your business in this way. And I'm over my time, but I blame the rain, sorry. Thank you so much. Thanks for staying. How much am I over?
Yeah, Dorien, it was not only the most unique intro, but definitely also the most dynamic keynotes, indeed. We went from a heat wave to raining entrepreneurs, hopefully.
Yeah.
And talking about your success at Wintercircus, I have one very important question for you before I let you go. Because in Ghent, as we know, there's a really dense ecosystem with startups and investors really being engaged all in the same place. How did you make that happen? And how do you continue to still make an impact to get to that situation?
I think the answer is not in one sentence or not so super easy. But if I have to tell you or answer in three elements, first of all, the ecosystem was already there. We have a fourth generation of startup ecosystem in Ghent. It all started with Netlog. Out of the Netlog mafia, there started Louis Jonkere, for example, Showpad in the Pocket. Third generation is the Levrecht. Fourth generation are companies like today that we met Payflip of Mora, that we see Aikido. So there was an ecosystem. There's great talent, great academic success in Ghent. It needed a house. It's the success factors that you see in Silicon Valley that were already there. We put a house on it.
But still, you see in many cities that it's still quite fragmented and that they're all in different places.
Yeah.
How did you manage to really pull them together? Yeah. Was it under the influence of a couple of entrepreneurs like Louis?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's some key figures. So the 40 entrepreneurs that own Wintercircus are a leading example of that. One of those, Louis Jonkere, said, I want to be CEO of this initiative. And he formed around him a team of people who speak the same language. Speak the same language as those startups. We know what they are lacking. You saw my story yourself. I've been in tech for 10 years, and I love what I'm doing because I'm doing it for them. And I think, first of all, the ecosystem was there. Second, we are surrounding them with like-minded people. And third, we take things very seriously. We ask them to be ambitious and entrepreneurial. We are it ourselves as well.
Yeah, and you also hold them accountable then in the community. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your inspiring keynotes. And you're staying for a drink?
Yes, I'm staying for a drink.
Okay. Thank you so much for enduring all of the weather circumstances. Give her a big round of applause. Dorien Van Steenberge from Wintercircus.